Greetings, greetings, greetings. How you doing? Salute to everybody. Salute to your day. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. You could be local, you can be far away, you can be close by. But whatever you are, we see you. We appreciate you, and I don't like to call the days of the week because you may be listening to this post, and it may be the next day, and I don't want you to think that if it's a Sunday and you're listening to this on a Tuesday, then you may think it's old news. And this is not old news because everything we do here is not old news. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and we were talking about, he's another creator, and we were just kind of talking about things like in the black YouTube community. Salute to Don't Panic. What up, baby? We don't talk about things. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about things that in the community we should do. And in the community, to keep a community strong, you have to keep everybody on point. Especially with social media, get you a like page, create a community. When there's shit going on, somebody you could always check that board to make sure everything is cool. Nobody's out there robbing nobody, shit like that. And watch out for this. There's a unidentified, a weird car, a weird guy driving around, whatever. But in the YouTube community, we don't really tell each other what to do because we don't want nobody else to win, right? It's kind of crazy. So we don't really want to put nobody on because we don't really want nobody on. But the brother, salute to my man 1950, man. He's a good brother, man. He's really a solid brother, like, you know what I'm saying? And I respect him because he mentioned something we are talking about, and it was interesting. He said how he doesn't believe in putting old videos. So whatever videos are like 10 years old, it's just gonna, or 5 years old, he's just gonna get rid of it, put it into like, the exclusive chat, like a community, like what's it called? I guess you like a group where you have to like pay, whatever, right? So I thought that was pretty interesting, and what I thought about was interesting about it was he also said, excuse me, that he believes some of the stuff gets old and you have to move with the time. And I'm like, well, believe it or not, it never really gets old. Shout out to Samantha X. Shout out to Reggie. Salute to Reggie 125. God damn. Salute to Samantha X. I appreciate y'all. You know, this stuff never gets old. Like, listen, I could post a video up that was 10 years old and it's still gonna be active today because we haven't shit hasn't changed. So in the black community, like the only thing you may see that change is that niggas got older, but the conversations still apply. If you listen to um Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, we're friends, we're all my friends, right? Or you may listen to We Need to Get It Together, or Get It Together. And we had different struggles at different times, so nothing has really changed. I think what has changed for better, there's a lot more exposure. So salute to Marcel. There's a lot more exposure to things that we hear and we talk about, and we really don't know how to name it. You know, when I talked to the brother, man, we talked about, certain things that you don't want to do on YouTube because this is a community too. Like, yes, podcasting as a whole, the FCC lets us say whatever we want to say. That's why it's a podcast versus radio. But if you have a carrier that you're using, such as YouTube, which is, we don't even use podcasts for this. We just use the ability of being seen here. And once we're able to use YouTube and respond as a carrier, so to speak, there's rules here. So I'm here to tell anybody as a creator, the one thing that you do not want to do is not specify education in the first 5 minutes of your video. You have to specify that. This is education. Forget the copyrights and playing people's music because YouTube is going to give you an issue with that. Now, all of my podcast carriers, which are 8 of them, they don't give a problem with that. They let us just be free. YouTube, on the other hand, has different guidelines, and they're entitled to that. They got certain guidelines that they have to follow because even though they're internet, they're still not a podcast. You understand? First, they're YouTube. So these are things that we say that, if there's a community of YouTubers, you got to specify hate speech or what you mean. Now, there's one thing that we dislike and we may hate, and that's a rapist, a thief, and shit like that. But there's other things that we need to dislike and hate as well without just having no reasons. Because, hate is usually a no reason. If you just racist because you don't like black people, that's hate. But if you racist because you don't like rapists, you know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So here we like to educate the common ear. We're probably against stupidity. You know what I mean? If you're stupid, we don't want to deal with you because I can't fix that. You know what I mean? Only person that can fix stupidity is God. I can't do anything about that. I can't fix stupid. It's virtually impossible. That's why I tend to, if I see a stupid bastard leave a comment, I don't even, you know what I mean? But there's something going on, and I don't know if you guys are dealing with this in family. You may have a cousin or a brother or a sister or a daughter that's just with this one individual, and they have went down in their lives, like totally fucked up. Like you can't understand why a beautiful woman, for example, would deal with a piece of fucking crap. Or it could be a man that's with a woman that is up beneath him, and she totally manipulated him to the point where he's just gone, fuck his family. He just turned out to be one piece of turd. And as a man, from me, from old school, we call that an impact male. You know what I mean? An impact male in today's vocabulary would be a man that is being groomed. Now, a man is being groomed from a woman is a complete pussy. Like there's nothing manly about that. You're more encouraged to abuse him because the mode of grooming is something that you guys need to understand what it's about. Now, let me give you an example of what grooming is. Do you remember when the rumor was going on with Diddy and Usher? When I see Usher singing in his crowds to people and doing all that little wine shit, I don't look at Usher the way you do, because I know that Usher was groomed when he got into this business. And he's groomed from a man by the name of Diddy. Diddy groomed him. And as you know, with all this exposure going on in Hollywood, nobody is understanding. They thinking grooming is where a man grooms. I'm like, I believe in grooming myself. You know what I mean? Hair, the beard, my whole manhood of a man. You know what I mean? Just everything. We're not going to get into that, but that's grooming. But when an individual grooms an individual, it's a manipulative form. So as you know, in the industry, men are being groomed like crazy. For example, okay, they groom you with a sexual tactic. So for example, as you know, all these Hollywood boys are being exposed now because niggas is bending over, getting whatever they get from another man. And as a result of that, when a man grooms another man, he manipulates him now because he's going to put him in positions, promise him things. May half of the shit he may actually probably do because they are celebrities. But some people made it, some people didn't. He manipulates him and promises him all these different things through sex. So once he knows he's got him in the hand, now he knows that person is not going to tell anybody. But I'll tell on you. So you're under the control of the groomer. The groomer grooms you, and you're under the control of him because his goal is to manipulate you. Now, again, in the gay community, this is entirely different than a man and woman. But what happened to Usher, allegedly, is that Usher was groomed. He was living with Diddy when he was 12, 13 years old. Parents are like, hey, do whatever you do. You seen R. Kelly when he was grooming all those women. R. Kelly went to jail for that shit. R. Kelly's in jail right now for grooming women. So shout out to Danielle. Shout out to TL. Um, it's sad because people don't understand that when a man is being groomed, he's not going to tell anybody. And throughout the years, he's going to have kind of a chip on his shoulder, whether it's Busta Rhymes, whether it's LL Cool J. All these guys have been groomed at a very young age before they got into the business. And now they're older, and now the truth will prevail. Remember, I told you the other day, the truth will set you free, right? So when a person's not living in their truth, they're not free. They're not being themselves, and that shit's going to eat away to their body and their mind, body, and soul, you know? But the truth will protect you from deception. A lot of these men came into the business not knowing the truth. They didn't know nothing about contracts. They know nothing to get in the business. Hey, I want to be a celebrity. And this nigga's like, I could get you there, but this is what we're going to do. So you become controlled under that groomer. Gays tend to keep this more secretive because in the entertainment industry, it is a secret. But as they get older, it's going to break, and eventually it's going to break them down. Now, you have other groomers that may even deal with the non-celebrity situation, and the manipulation is more of a thing of, I'm going to tell, or now I got you all open because now you enjoy whatever I'm giving you, but now I could manipulate you. That's why what you see when people do drugs and alcohol and they're under the influence on an addictive level, when a person's under a groomer, that's equivalent to being on drugs. So just to FYI, if you got a family member and you know that whoever they with, whether they straight or gay, and they just totally change to the point where they just don't fuck with the family, is because they're being groomed. That's what it is. And there's different levels of it, and we'll get into that. And you could shoot the questions as you stand. Now, men that tend to meet younger women, even if it's their niece, could be their daughter, unfortunately, it could be, their niece, it could be their next door neighbor's daughter. They promise them with all these things. Now, he know he's too old to be with her, but in order for her to deliver the goods to him, he has to groom her. So he prepares her for the destruction of manipulation. And once he has her, who knows? Maybe he rapes her. Listen, you could be groomed in some of the worst disgusting ways that you can imagine. I've had a woman that I interviewed here, and I'm going to play a video soon. She was groomed by her mother's boyfriend at 10 years old. He was grooming her throughout the five years to the point where he had so much sex with this girl, this kid, she became a nymphomaniac because she started to be programmed through this sexual delivery. He made sure he forced her not to tell anybody. And then when she tried to tell the mother called her a liar. And the mother felt as if she just was trying to break up the relationship because her father wasn't in her life. So, in a nutshell, she was being sexually assaulted all those years, and nobody believed her. This motherfucker's still walking around. He's like, he ain't doing no jail time because he groomed her to not tell anybody. Now, apparently, she ended up doing it because once she got older, she realized this wasn't right. She took that whole mindset, and once her mother rejected her, then she lost it. Now she just became sleeping with everybody. So what a lot of older men tend to do, they take advantage of people that are vulnerable, whether they're slow, whether they're desperate, whether they're young, whether they're just stupid. And they groom them and they promise them with every type of thing that they could offer, gifts, what he can do for her. Because remember, the groomer can do more things than the average person because he has to protect him. He's not there to protect her. He has to protect himself because, God forbid, this secret lets out, he's finished. So he has to groom her. I don't like to use the word train, but he has to kind of train her into this method. Now, you have all types of different groomers. The worst groomer of them all is a married man. He's the worst because he's married. And married men could only groom because they have nothing to offer nobody. They're fucking married. So for him to be with anybody, he's got to talk money. He's got to make sure you're not going to tell his wife. But once his grooming method works, whether it's sexually, whether it's mentally, then the abuse comes in. Because now he controls you. And you're under his control. And you can't let this secret out because he groomed you so well, he'll have you believing you're the piece of garbage. Everybody's going to know you're a slut and a dirty whore, and I'm going to put the whole word out that you're nothing but a whore. And she believes this. That's why you see all these women now, 15-year-old women's missing, 12-year-old girls missing. If you've seen it, they're not doing it in the milk cartons anymore. They're putting this shit out. You see it every day. Look on Instagram, look on the news, look on YouTube. 21-year-old woman's missing. 10, it's the woman because women love men, fall in love through their ears. And sometimes physical, you know what I mean? But a man falls in love through his eyes. So the woman is receiving all this through her ears, and then once it manipulates, that's it. She's finished. The man grooming through the married man, he covers it up by calling it game. You believe that the married man is the prize and a gift because somebody else is with him, which is not true. He's the lowest piece. I don't look at married men the way you do. I look at a married man as a predator. I just do. Every married man other than my father, I looked at as a predator. You understand? And I say that in the sense where I'm not going to look at my father because he's with my mother. I don't know what he's doing on the outside. I can't guarantee that, but I will say every married man that has to step out on his marriage, he has to groom a woman. Wendy Williams' husband was grooming the woman he had a baby with. You understand? Nigga, this is what they have to do. They're complete losers. See, for a married man to step out of his marriage, he's either got to pay a prostitute or he has to groom a woman. How's she going to keep him away from her house? How's she going to keep him away from not going? He has to groom her. And the grooming becomes with a lot of mental abuse, a lot of sex, a lot of mental abuse, and sometimes abuse. He may have to put his hands on her. So when you see these family members that you've seen that got this fucked up boyfriend or whatever, in most cases, your whoever family member that's a female has been groomed. Again, a man this happening to can happen to him as well. But that's just a complete weak man. But there was different names. But now we have to go with the terminology of today. It's been happening. It's like Ubers now are called Ubers, but they're nothing but a taxi cab. That's all it is. If somebody tells you they're a bus operator, they're a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. They just changed the name so it sounds a little classier. To Uber sounds a lot better than you drive a taxi cab. You drive a taxi for a living and you tell somebody you're a complete fucking loser. But you tell them Uber, it sounds a little better. The cars are not yellow. They don't smell. In most cases, you could get you a late model damn Mercedes-Benz and you're considered a chauffeur. You know what I'm saying? But Uber. So now grooming is this new method, but it's not new. It's been happening. It's been happening in the entertainment industry. It's happening in the cheating industry. You know what I mean? It is happening overseas. With these men that are going to these different countries, their goal is to groom a woman. The only problem is they can't seal the deal because they can't they're not satisfying her sexually because she's a prostitute. So it's very hard to use that method. They don't speak the language, so they can't really groom her because they can't communicate with her. You dig? So his promise is, within reason, is I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to try to get her back to America. Once he gets her to America, it's too late because he's supposed to groom her there. But he can't groom her there. If she comes to America, he's going to lose her. And he knows that because he can't communicate with her because he doesn't speak the language. You understand? So it's a little harder. He's going to try to do it through eating a pussy and sucking a butt and everything and trying to get her a baby. That's why men that have children with women, right? Well, you could only have it with a woman, right? So a man is safe. This is an example of grooming. This is grooming. Yo, what's up? Yo, look at that chick there. Oh, man, I put a baby in that. The man's goal, especially brothers, they want to put a seed in the woman so they can groom her. Because if I give her a baby, she can't do shit without me because I'm the baby's father. She can't get married without, I'm going to always be in the child's life, even though I don't want to be in the child's life, but I'm grooming her. So that's why there's so many men out here, women that have children and don't have the kid's father because he just wanted to groom her. He feels in his mind she'll never have any children. Excuse me, nobody's going to want her because she has kids already. You understand? She's not going to be able to go for none of her goals because she got a kid with me. She can't move because I want to see my kid. She can't bring my kid across America. And there's laws that protect that, which she can't. So the grooming method, women are the biggest targets because you're vulnerable to it because you love through your ears. That's how you fall in love, is through your ears. And we fall in love visually, right? So a man sees what he has to do. He's 60 years old, complete fat, middle age, he's over middle, complete loser. He's married. He wants to fuck with a girl in the neighborhood that's 16 years old. How do you think he's going to get her? He has to groom her. He's worthless. See, a married man, you got to remember, as valuable as he think he is, he has no value to nobody outside of his wife. No one. And that's why a lot of black brothers are scared to get married because they don't want that hard truth. Because at the end of the day, he belongs to her. He dies. It's her it's the wife's responsibility to get the funeral arrangements together. You understand? So what you got to think of, let me give you an example of a groom. Let's say I want to fuck my next door neighbor. Right? She sees me with my wife and kid. I want to fuck this young girl, but I'm not young anymore. Damn, what am I going to do? I make enough money to give her anything she wants. And I say to her, listen, when you going to let me take you shopping? Shopping? Well, the new Jordans came out. I'm like, yo, don't even worry about that shit. I'll buy you 5 pairs of them shits. Now, I'm only going to buy her 1, but I could afford 5. Once I buy it for her, because I know her father will kill me if he heard this, I told her, you got to promise, though. I'll buy you anything you want, but you can't tell anybody. This is between me and you. I'm treating you like a lady. You understand? Don't tell nobody. And she's not going to tell anybody if you're going to buy her 4 pairs of Jordans, 5 pairs of Jordans. So this is the process of grooming. Now, again, she's 16 years old. Now, obviously, this is just a fucking damn play because this will never happen. Let's say she's underage, right? So that's already a crime. It's a crime that I'm dealing with this. Well, I don't give a fuck if she was 16, 18, 20. I shouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. But I know I'm a married man. I know I'm a complete loser because outside of this marriage, how am I going to get a woman? Because I got to pay. So now I want to have sex with her. So now I have to spike her drink, give her alcohol. She may even like to smoke weed. Whatever she needs, I could supply that. Because as a man, my infrastructure is a lot different than a little boy her age. So now, you're very welcome, darling. Right? So now I'm already on the level of, because she's too young and she's manipulative because I'm able to manipulate her because she already took the bait. So now, to have sex with her, I still have to put her under the influence of a drug or something. So now I give it to her. She's high. She loves. She has this euphoria. She's feeling good. I'm freaking off with her. Fuck it. Go get one of your other girlfriends. The other girlfriends like, who's this old man? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay y'all too. You just can't tell no one. I'm gonna treat y'all like ladies. I'm gonna buy you anything you want. You can't tell a soul. And they already are receiving. Yo, he's giving us drugs. He's giving us weed. We have sex parties. They're all being groomed. Now the problem is, again, this is just a play, right? Like, I'm just sketching this. One may come out of her face. Now I smack the shit out of her. Don't you ever talk to me like that again. She may say, I'm going to call the cops. I tell her, if you call the cops, I'm going to kill your mother and father. I'm going to kill them. Don't you dare. She doesn't want to do that because I'm grooming her. So now she says, I'm pregnant. She finds out she's pregnant a month later. You can't keep that baby. I'm going to keep the baby. I'm going to get rid of the fucking baby. I'm going to kick you down the stairs. You can't keep that baby. I'm going to tell your wife. You're going to tell my wife, Pap. You piece of shit, you'll be nothing. I'll do. You know what? I'm going to tell the whole world you're a dirty whore. I got the video footage because I got video footage now of underage girls. She doesn't want that embarrassment. So now she's going to listen to me. She's going to get rid of the baby. Don't you tell your parents or anybody about this. Now she goes and gets rid of the baby, and then what? She tries to do it herself with a hanger. The mother and them are devastated. Meanwhile, the next door neighbor's the one doing all this. You see, what you have to understand is the most dangerous male is a male that you put on a pedestal because you're blind to it. I don't trust a married man. I think he's a piece of shit to me. So I can't be deceived from a married man because I know the truth about him. I know if a woman drops her fucking drawers, he's going to take it. You may say, my husband ain't going to take it. I'm like, he's going to take it. He's married. I promise you he will. I'll sick one of my little Latin motherfuckers around the way. I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to bend over, show her pussy, and he's going to take it. I promise you he will. Because he's a man and he's married. All I got to do is just put her in front of him. What's he going to say? Hell no, I would never do that to my wife. Of course he would. They all will. Every last one of them. Because he married to shut you up. He didn't marry it because he wanted to do it. He married it so the world could respect him. The white people at the job could respect him. He doesn't marry because he has a desire to get married. He's a man. He has a desire to be with a whore. He's a predator. You just don't know it. He married you so he don't sleep with nobody else. He married you for all the wrong reasons. You're oblivious to this because you've been groomed. He had you believe I married you because you are the love of my life, and you believed it. Because you know why? You're watching soap operas, you're watching TV shows, and you're like, you know what? Happily ever after. I've been watching this on damn Love and Hip Hop. I cried on a Basketball Wives when he got on his knees. And I'm like, he got on his knees, he's got to be fucking somebody. They all like that. Unless you're like that, oh, I would never cheat. Well, he is. I disagree. Yeah, because you've been groomed. You don't know. See, if you wasn't groomed, You would know the truth because you wouldn't be deceived. You don't know the truth, so you have been deceived. Your marriage is nothing but a deception. The married man that you see in your neighborhood is a deception because you believe that he had, what a real man, he married her. You don't acknowledge the real man that's been with her and said, I'm not going to marry her because I know I'm going to cheat on her. You don't acknowledge, you look at him as a piece of crap. You don't look at the guy that lives at home with his grandmother as a man. You look at he taking care of his mother. Maybe she's just his roommate. What does it matter? You look at the married man as supreme. He's a piece of fucking garbage. What do you think he gonna do when he steps out? He got to tell you, I'm gonna leave my wife. She don't satisfy me no more. He's grooming you. Him and his wife are fine. We live together, but we sleep in separate beds. Have you been to his house? No, you'll never be in his house. You've been groomed. Oh, a man have lied to me and put it down and made me feel, no, you just been groomed, that's all. You've been groomed. Did he tell you all these things? Yeah. Did you hear him? Yeah. Well, did you use your ear or your heart? Well, obviously I heard. Well, exactly. It goes through your head and it hits your heart and then it goes to the fucking brain. See, it comes to the ear first, then it hits the heart. Once it hits the heart, that's it. It's over. There's nothing nobody can do. You've been groomed. So the black man, he's having a harder time because he's trying to groom girls in America and they want too much. In most cases, they don't even want them now because now even some of them are, oh, you're married and you're never going to leave your wife. I am leaving my wife. She's nasty. She's whack. She's terrible in bed. She doesn't give me no pussy. All that's lies. Only thing that's probably true is that she ain't giving her no pussy. So you know what your goal is? I'm going to fuck the shit out of him to make sure he leave her. You know you're going to do that. You just been groomed. That's all. He's grooming you. You're nothing but a manipulation. That's all you are. That's why your relationship is toxic, because he's grooming you. He has 4 babies' mothers. None of them ain't shit. I'm going to be the 5th one, but he don't even deal with his baby's mother. He just takes care of the kids. He just groomed you. That's all. That's all lies. That's what he told all of them. The same thing. See, you should have sat down with the baby's mothers before you fuck with this turkey, all 4 of them. Did you do that? No. Why not? He didn't allow it? You should have sat down with all 4, not one of them, all 4. And then from there, you make the decision, and if you want to be a dummy or not. You've been groomed. All a black man can offer you is to groom you. It's called game. Game, lies, same shit. That's all it is. Niggas groom young girls by drugging them. The Latin woman grooms the goddamn American black fucking trick. She grooms him by drugging his drink. By putting a fake tattoo of his name on her. By telling him I love you and you don't have to pay me nothing, just take me to the restaurant. She's grooming him. Because she knows as long as there's no exchange financially, he's going to feel like he's number one. Meanwhile, she's fucking 100 other niggas. That's all it is. Grooming is manipulation. Manipulation is game. Game is lies. But when you know the truth, you can't be deceived. Truth protects you from deception. So all I'm just giving you the truth here. Any man that wants to buy you something, say no thanks. Never take gifts. Never let nobody do a favor for you, because they're going to want something in return. Man, I looked out for you. It's a favor. Nah, that's all right. How much do I owe you? I don't like favors. Don't let anybody ever do any favors. Fuck a gift. A gift is something they want in return. If a nigga want to help you with the bags to your goddamn house, that's fine. I know it's hard, black woman. Nah, I do it myself. No, let them do it. There's nothing wrong with that. The minute you take a gift, it's over. You can't even take a drink from a nigga. Send the drink back to him. I'm fine. I'm all right. Because now he ran out of shit. He don't know what to do. Then what am I going to do? She ain't take the drink. She ain't take the bait. It's bait. See, the older a man gets, the less he has to offer you. And the younger he is, the less he has to offer you. So he's going to offer you at that young age, he's just going to give you a baby just to fuck your whole life up. Because he wants to groom you, because it ain't the fact that he want to hit it raw. He want to bust a nut inside. Men don't know what marriage is. There's still niggas that talk to me talking about, yeah, they have a preference. You don't have a preference, you married fucking loser. You should never have a preference with nothing. All you should have a preference is what church you're going to. You can't talk to me about woman. All you could talk about is being married. That's it. Married. Married people need to be with married people. Stay away from it. If you're not married and you have a friend that got married, your friendship is over. They're worthless to you. She's being groomed and he's grooming her. She's worthless to you. Now, how to avoid this shit, I just told you. Never take a gift from a motherfucker, never. Teach your kids not to take a gift. They want something, teach them to work for it. Don't tell them you'll get it. Because you may tell them you're going to get one thing and the damn groomer may tell them I'm going to give you 5 things. And you're screwed. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is for your daughters. This is for your granddaughters. This is for women in the community. These are for all these women that are being abducted onto online creeps. How do you think a nigga online? He could groom her easier. It's easy to type that shit. What do you want? Goddamn, I'll buy you a Mercedes-Benz. You can have my car. Me and my wife ain't together. I'll give the car to you. And your stupid ass takes it. He just groomed you. To be groomed is usually for young women, but goddamn, but women are getting groomed from all ages. You don't believe me? Tell him you're going to tell his wife and see what he does to you. He may punch you in the face. Or he may take that video that you didn't know he taped when you sucking his nuts and post it. And send it to your mother. You know what? You ain't gonna say a word now. He got the video to send to your mother, and I will send it. That's how he is. He's a dirty motherfucker. That's what he is. A trick, gift, they're all the same. They're groomers. They're no fucking good. Now, if you're a prostitute, and you know this too, you have a price. And when you give the fee, you get the fee up front. Don't trust him. He's a black bastard. He ain't gonna give you shit if he hit that shit. I don't give a fuck if it was good or trash. Don't let it be garbage. He ain't giving you nothing. Bitch, you better take what I can give you. It's better than nothing. But see, when you take his money up front and you groom him, you have the power. Because all you got to do now is, he paid for an hour, give him 10 minutes. Fuck him like there's no tomorrow. He already thinks he loves it. Oh, man, this is great. Oh, she loves me. Look how she's fucking me. She fucked me so good. He busts off in 10 minutes. You tricked him. You trick or trick. He paid for an hour. You got it in 10 fucking minutes. Now you got to go to the next one and tell him the same thing. Screw him fast. Fuck me, Poppy. Fuck. It's all going to work. See, there's a method to groom each other. The married couple, if they're happily married, they build each other. That's it. You'll never know anything about that because that has nothing to do with you. But if he tells you that his wife ain't shit and I don't love her no more and I'm going to leave her, he's grooming you. You think that, oh, she's no good. No, he's grooming you. Because all that shit he's telling you is lies. Well, I believe him. Yeah, because you've been groomed. Manipulation starts in the mind, the ears. You can't go to the ears, nose, and throat doctor for the damn manipulator. They're like, we can't do nothing for you. The only thing we could tell you is to put some headphones over your fucking head and ignore these niggas. But there's nothing we can do here. Sorry, you're going to have to speak to your primary doctor. Maybe you should look upon having some therapy. Then your therapist hears about it. They're limited. They can't tell you much. But oh well, you believe everything he tells you. You believe what you can see. You don't believe what you can't see. You see that married man, you come out, he's taking the baby out the back seat. He's putting them in there. You see them, wow, I wish I had that. He's a worthless piece of fucking garbage outside of that marriage. And he will go outside of that marriage. There's no way he's going to be able to be that committed to not cheat and fuck another woman for the rest of his life. It's impossible. And he tries to fight it. He tries to groom himself. The only thing he could do is comb his fucking hair if he got any, clean his beard, and even then he can't do that well. He got to go to the barber for that. He can't groom his goddamn self. He don't wash his fucking ass properly. He sits in the tub. He thinks the tub water's going to make him dirty, so he takes a quick rinse. His asshole hasn't been clean in nearly 15, 20 fucking years properly. He's miserable. What the fuck did I get myself into? I got these desires. What am I going to do? God damn, I need some pussy. Something new. I need some new pussy. You know what? Let me go fuck a damn whore in a damn brothel. Boy, that was the best experience. She was hollering like a motherfucker for an hour. Nah, she couldn't take it. She bust off in 10 minutes. No, nigga, you bust off in 10 fucking minutes. You been groomed, dummy. You could never groom a goddamn prostitute. How you gonna groom a prostitute? She had dicks in her all day from every man that fucks her tries to groom her. Y'all niggas fall in love with her. Now she grooms your ass. How you gonna groom a prostitute? You just paid her to have sex. You fucking losers. Watch Lifetime. All them niggas are dead. Every man on there tries to groom the side bitch. That's what a side bitch is. She will be groomed. Some women are happy being a side bitch. That's called mentally retarded. How you happy being a side bitch? You're nothing but he groomed you. That's why you're the side bitch. Nate, a woman sells a woman a dream. Is that considered a grooming as well? Yes. A man that sells a woman a dream is a groomer. He don't know how to have a discussion. Let's talk about everything. A woman could get turned on from a nigga talking. That nigga could be talking about doctor shit at his job. And she could be getting her pussy wet. This nigga want to sit there and tell her, I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to take you on a nice trip, me and you together. What a goddamn fool. You've been manipulated, that's all. It's the same manipulation you get when a motherfucker says, man need to be honest. Why does he need to be honest? He doesn't need to be honest. You need to be honest with yourself. They're all liars. They're liars. Politicians are liars. You've accepted that. But you haven't accepted T.D. Jakes being a liar. You haven't accepted Diddy as a liar. They're men. That is in their nature. We lie to get out of shit. We lie to get shit. So if a nigga got to promise you something, why is he promising? God damn, I'll hook you up. My boy could hook. For what? Because he wants some pussy. Male friends, groomers. All they doing is, they don't want to hear nothing good with the man you're with. They want to hear something bad. Leave him. He ain't no fucking good. He don't even give her a chance to be attracted to him. You know what? You've been such a damn great male friend. I want to give you some ass. You've been turning me on. He don't even give her a chance to feel that. All he waiting for her is for that man to fuck up. They're all in it together. Shout out to Ken Thompson. I appreciate you. Salute to you, bro. I salute to you. Goddamn, I appreciate you, King. Goddamn, long time no see. I missed you too, big bro. It's a grooming. A man telling you he don't go overseas for prostitutes. He tells you, I go for the woman, they treat me better. He calls them women. He calls them women. Some of them call them ladies. They call them working girls, but they won't call her a prostitute. No, they won't. They're manipulating themselves. He's a piece of fucking dog shit. When you see a man, you see a liar. Some lie good, some are terrible lies, but they're all liars. That's a truth, hard fact. All of them are like that. Well, what's the difference with you? All of them are liars. All of them. All of them. Some are good, some are extremely bad, some are dangerous, some are crooked, but a liar is a liar. You're a woman. It's in your nature to be loving and nurturing. We ain't nurturers. We ain't nothing nurturing about no God. Nigga nurture a prostitute before his wife. You think it's single niggas eating these prostitutes out? These niggas are married. The more the merrier, the nastier the nigga. Because he know he's doomed. Not because he's with her, it's because he's with her for the rest of his life. That destroys his mind. Oh my God, God, don't let him get too old. What am I gonna do? You believe this shit, oh. He knows I know. He just doesn't know what it is. He calls it game. He takes it to the fur stores. He takes it in your car. He takes her to dinner. He loves spending time. That groomer loves spending. He loved to eat. Goddamn, he loved everything is a goddamn dinner. I'll take you out. Your seafood spot. Bring your girls with you. Listen, I want to groom all their asses. Because now he believes he's the man now because he's an old fat fucking fart. And now he's over there with the young woman. He thinks he's a man. He got a whole bunch of 16-year-olds around him. He's grooming them. All he got to do is pay him. Pay them for sex and don't tell nobody. They've been groomed. Ask R. Kelly. He'll tell you how to groom a woman. He locks them up in a fucking cage. And don't tell anybody. And they won't. The groomers ain't really say too goddamn, him grooming them was the problem, but it took the woman to speak because the parents had to talk. Once the parents realized their kids wasn't getting a record deal, once their parents realized that their kids wasn't getting a record deal, they told them, you got to come home. He's grooming you. No, mama, I love him. He ain't grooming me. That's my man. So Nate, was grooming in the 60s? Yeah, they call it pimping. Every 10 years, the name changes. That's why they tell you pimping ain't easy. Back then, they smack a damn prostitute in her face and beat the shit out of her. Now there's too many camera phones. She could press record and have her friend video everything and put it on the video and go to jail. Just imagine, they didn't have this shit 40 years ago. Stop it. I saw in a Lifetime movie from the 90s about a middle-aged white man who groomed this younger woman while he was married. Yes. Some of them groomed them when they were predators. They'll lock them up in a cage in a room and then chain them to the floor. They think the woman's abducted. No, he's there because he can't. Now she has to stay there like a fucking animal. Now there's a whole bunch. Now it's called trafficking, kidnapping. It's all in the mind. Grooming is all in the mind. Don't ever take a gift from no fucking bastard. Tell him I'm good. And don't explain to him. Say, no, thank you. Don't say I got enough money to make it for myself because all you're going to do is make him, he's going to come with the next one. Just tell him, no, thank you. I don't think my husband would like that. And now he gonna be like, well, hold on, don't tell him. He probably tell your fucking husband you try to kick it to him. Cause now he like, she can't be groomed. This bitch is dangerous. She's gonna get me in trouble and expose me. That's it. So there you go. If you need to know what a groomer is that shit talker. What he can do. I'm a high value man. I'm a perfect gentleman. I could do more for you. I'm a whole level of a different. No, it don't. That's all bullshit. He ain't nothing but a nigga. Do you think when a cop see a black goddamn male say, no, I think it's a high level man in front of us? Do you think he says that? Oh no, we behind, we in a police chase, we behind a high value man. They're gonna say black fucking male. That's it. When he gets on that radio, black male at high pursuit. Making a left on Chauncey Street, he's going south this way, 80 miles an hour, black male. And then when he pulls that bastard over, you best to believe all he gonna see is a nigga. You are the woman, you see the greatness in him. He don't see the greatness in himself. He groomed you so much. You see more in the greatness in him. God damn. You know how many times R. Kelly, you know how many of his girls went to court? No, don't take my man. He did nothing for us. He's all right. Jim Jones, what did Jim Jones do to all his followers? He manipulated them to drink the liquid of death. He groomed them. Some of you niggas groom your fucking kids. They can't trust anybody but you. And you took advantage of them. And then you told them don't tell nobody. Now she's a grown woman all fucked up because her father fucked her. Some of you motherfuckers are so stupid. You say, well, why they speaking now? She could speak. Listen, if you've been raped, you tell a nigga your story 70 years, tell it 70 years. Make sure you say something before you die. Shout out to D. Steven Top. What up, bro? That's what they say. We're men. We see each other different. We know the truth. So we can't be deceived. The truth will protect you from deception. Say that now. Say it. Say it. Say it to yourself. The truth will protect you from deception. If you know a family member's a turd, if you know a family member's official, if you know your friend is a piece of garbage, don't cut nobody off. You know who they are. When somebody tells you who they are and shows you who they are, believe them. And if you don't know who they are from me. When you see a male, he's a turd until he could prove that he's a real man. And that real man ain't going to come there trying to shower you with gifts. He going to play his position and be cool. Upgrade you in ways that you cannot imagine. Because all he going to do is try to push you to do the best. That's it. You don't want to go to school to be a doctor? Bitch, you got to go to school to be a doctor. You're going to waste your whole goddamn life. Matter of fact, I'll leave you if you don't go. You need to do what you got to do for yourself. This is added on to you, not taken away from you. But no, he don't tell you that. He tell you if you're going to go be a doctor, I'm going to leave you because I don't want you doing that. I don't want you being around them other doctors. I'm grooming you. When he grooms you, it's an appetite for failure. You can't win when you're being groomed. You lose because you've been groomed. He can't groom himself, so he grooms you. He know nobody's gonna check him on the street. He know every woman he desires ain't gonna give him the time. He knows this. He knows he's ugly. He knows it's over. He knows there's only one woman that took him in, but in his mind he's like, God damn. I know there's but if there gotta be one more. And there will be if he grooms her. Cause he ain't gonna get him on her looks. You may think again, oh, the married man. I look at a married man because I feel like if the woman got a man like that, she got to be doing something right. That don't mean that. Maybe she doing something right. It don't got shit about him doing right, because men don't marry women to fucking damn because he want to spend a lot. He marries her to shut her up. He don't want nobody talking about him thinking he's gay or a fucking loser. That's all. He don't get married. Man, I can't. A man's goal is, man, I just want to marry and settle down. A man's goal is to fuck everything that he can until he's dead. That's his goal. His wife put the pressure on him. He know nobody else want him. Fuck, I got to marry her because she'll leave me. Nobody's going to want me. That's why he marries. These days, Coco asked, Mr. Nate, knowing the future of man, should women limit contact with them? You don't want to limit contact. You want to be a better listener. Hear what he got to say. The minute he opens his mouth and says the wrong shit, don't fuck with him. Hey, let's meet up for some coffee. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Nigga want to take you to the best restaurant ever? Don't fuck with that. Because that's where he could groom you. You want to grab, we go to a regular coffee shop. Shit, you get coffee, you got a cup, you got the shit on there, you got to go to the bathroom. Make sure you sip that bitch before you finish. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to what he got. He could be a real man. But what you got to do, you got to think about, oh, a man needs to be real, shower us with this. No, he don't need to shower you with shit. Because now you're going to be nothing but a contestant for a groomer. You got to watch that. Watch it. I'll give an example. Let's say I have a daughter that's 16 years old. My goal is to tell her, listen, don't ever take a gift from a man. Ever. Ever. Anything you need to do, you get it yourself. Never take a gift from a man. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. To that motherfucker's your husband and y'all married and y'all got a house together, then it's different because he's your husband. But a random man, no. See, what's going to happen, this process is going to work. The less y'all take, the less they can do. So they have no choice to keep their shitty asses with their wives and lie to you and manipulate you. So then a real man could step up because he know at the end of the day, now he's in demand for real because they could see him because he's the only one walking the streets. See, what has destroyed us is human interaction. COVID destroyed that. Because the minute a nigga cough, everybody running. People died because they were in the room with somebody that had COVID and they died. So now we're in this world right now where YouTube is talking about game and how to meet a man. You got all these online things. That's all the hangouts for fucking groomers, all of it. A man thinks you're into jewelry. You could be a tech girl. You could be into computers. He go buy your laptop. It's just like a record industry, right? They groom you. Hey, you want records? You want cars? That's all right. You got to pay all that shit back. We just gave you $1 million worth of shit. I thought it was part of the record deal. Oh, no, motherfucker. We want that money back. That's called an advance. They groomed you. So you have to think of this mindset around the world. You can't be bought. That's it. When you receive a gift, you're being bought. A credit card is a mode of being groomed. You think I got $20,000 worth of credit, my credit is great. That's all bullshit. You got to pay that back. That's credit. What a credit score? Credit score is for people that borrow. That's what a credit score is for. Credit score is for borrowers. What do you need a credit score if you got money? You don't need credit. You can have it's better to have poor credit with $1 million in the fucking bank than to have credit and no money in the bank. How you going to pay that back if you got no money in the bank? They groomed you in believing that this money is yours. It's not. It's ours. We gave you this credit card. We made it a funky color. God damn, we even made it black. Now you got a black card. It's unlimited. You could buy a house with that black card, but you got to pay it back. If you don't pay back, we coming for the fucking house. And we're gonna destroy your credit. You don't got no money, so you all you got is credit. Now we fuck you in the ass. We groomed you. You don't tell a man you can't be bought. You just can't be. Don't explain it to him. The more you tell him, the less you fucking, the more you're gonna get fucking deceived. Just say no, thank you. No thanks. Not even I appreciate it. Just say no. No, thank you. Not no thanks. No, thank you. You can't get more serious and legit than that. No, thank you. Don't talk that independent woman shit. He could go around that. Because you're going to need something that he may actually get you. You like, God damn it. You know what? The nigga did promise me to fix my garage for free. Let me come over here and let him fix it for free. And he going to want something. He's a man. He's going to want his reward for that. He's going to want it. You owe me. Look what I did for you. Once it gets to your little young daughter, or maybe your older woman, maybe you believe I got it going on, but damn, this man loves me. Yeah, because he's manipulating you. Be a better listener. Talk less. The more you talk, the more you fuck. I'm doing this. I got a great job. I got a beautiful condo on a hill. Don't tell him none of that bullshit. Let that nigga talk him to it. Believe me when I tell you, you're either going to know that he's a man or a fucking real man. And that real man, he ain't trying to groom nobody. He got too much to lose. But that man, he's desperate. He'll do anything. He'll do anything to get to that pussy. His goal is pussy, period. That little thing between your leg, or maybe big thing that you's like, this ain't no bill. I see it every fucking day. It ain't no big deal to you because you're a woman. You go in the bathroom with a whole bunch of women and take a piss, and this one clean up pussy. You go into the gym, your woman are walking around. Ain't no big deal to you. You're a woman. You ain't even moved by that. Put that man in there, see what happens. He's in ecstasy. Big difference. It's not a big deal to you. It's a big deal to him. Okay? So be careful. You want to get out that toxic relationship? You want to avoid a toxic relationship? Watch that fucking groomer. He's going to offer his goods. I got a nice house and 3-car garage. How the fuck is that benefiting you? You keep your money and spend his, you're going to have to pay for that. Be careful. Don't play that game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. Any more questions before I leave? Any more questions? God damn. I salute and I appreciate you. And beware. Beware of that fucking black bozo. Beware of the bozo. Beware your boss, your co-worker, the people in the ministry. Watch them all. They're men. And once they know that thing in between your legs that you take for granted because you piss it out of that motherfucking blood comes out there every month, he wants it. He'll do anything for it. Any goddamn thing. You're very welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You have a beautiful goddamn day. Not G-O-D, G-O-T. Beware of the bozo. He's a groomer. I don't care if he got Russell Simmons money, P. Diddy money. I don't care what. God, the richer the worse. Stay away from successful niggas. They're horrible. All you want is a damn real man because he knows the logic of love and dedication and loyalty. Have you heard any woman talking about Denzel Washington? Have you ever seen Denzel Washington or Samuel Jackson in The Scandal? Have you ever? I haven't. Have you seen these niggas in a scandal? Because they are married men that love their wives and they're letting the whole world know it. I get it. I know you're turned on by that. But I tell you this much. If them motherfuckers show any interest in you because you showed your ass, you're fucked. I promise you that. Because you will be deceived. As long as he ain't paying no mind, he walking that red carpet with his wife and he's focused, he'll be fine. And you'll be fine because he ain't going to be in your face. Stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day. Love you all. Peace.